treacherous. Let me point to just to hurt you. All red lamps just to tease you. None of these toys on lease to. Made your whole year in a week too. Main bitch out of your league too. Side bitch out of your league too. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table come from ebony. Cut that average into skinny pieces. Magic cleaner with a face, man, I love it. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see the shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my car, I kill anything. Look what you done.
All right, guys, what's going on? What is Gucci gang? Hello, and welcome to the stream. We did end up making it today. Despite the idea that we might not, you know. But luckily, the exam did not take as long as I thought it would. I got lunch and then made my way home. Yeah, it was raining really bad, and I was like, ooh, might not make the stream. But then it cleared up, and then all is well. So, dude, I can't even think straight because I'm like so just dead from that burger. Dude, that burger, I don't know if you saw my Instagram, dude, that burger was like fucking as big as my face, bro. I know, Mason, crazy, dude. Burger. It had so much stuff. It had onion rings, avocado, jalapenos, lettuce, tomato, pickles, some sort of salt, bro. It had so much stuff. Dude. That shit was like a $20 burger too. Well, with the waffle fries and drink, yeah, this shit was like 20, almost 21 bucks. Not that I care, but it's just like, you know, seems a bit high for a burger, but whatever. What's good? 2020 Naruto, Mason, Hadar, Willow, Pop, Sean, Ebernith, G Rodriguez. We got to get you an NKM, and Dominique. We got to get you some memberships. We got to get some memberships up in here. Chat is open today. I feel generous. What's good? Eminem, Jim Bob, Gavin, Robert, NKM. Who else did I miss? Hadar, Jordan D. Jordan D's in the chat. Jordan, what time did we smack 5776? You let me know. What time did we smack that level? When? What's good? Victor, Torty, Shampoo, Edmundo. I love that you love Mexican food. Dude, I love all kind of food, bro. I love all kind of food. Now, I'm from Texas. You know, I'm from Houston, so naturally I love Mexican food, bro. And the women too, but you know, I don't want to get into all that kind of shit, but you know, Mexican food is pretty awesome, I must say. So ES, gotta love how we're between equal highs and equal lows, but we did take a big ass time frame level here, so I feel like we are going to trade higher instead of lower. But yeah, anyway, yeah, dude, I mean, oh my god, like the meat sweats, holy shit, dude, I'm dying right now. I'm dying trying to stay awake. I should have just took the day off. Oh, this looks bad. Should have just took the day off, chat. All right, let's go back to ES for a minute. So we have a lot going on here. But we'll talk about it. Internal range, liquidity at 80 or 58.35, 58.36. We'll see if we can get that. That's kind of a speed analysis, though. We'll have to do something a little bit more in depth here. And then, you know, have a couple of friends salty at stocks today. Why? Stocks on a discount. Stocks are on a discount. Mine is Google, though. I'm a little bit surprised. I like it. Google's up today. I fuck with that. I like that. Not sure. I'm not entirely sure if we've made a bottom here or not. But we have a lot of space between where we are right now and the potential gap fill at 207. So I definitely like that, but Yeah, it's hard to say. The weekly looks just, I don't know, man. You know, I'm always not. I always try not to pick the bottom necessarily. I like getting in usually right after the bottom's been set, so I'm not trying to pick a low here. It is kind of hard to see why this would be a low for Google, at least. I don't know. I'd have to really do some in-depth stuff with the rest of the Nasdaq and then the Nasdaq itself with relative strength and all that kind of shit. But I like how if the market's bloody but Google is higher, that's usually a good signature. VST, I don't know what the fuck is this. It ended up coming all the way down to the drawing that I had, which I did not do on purpose. I did not do that on purpose. I really didn't think we would trade that low. Down to 116, I guess. 116.40. I didn't think we would do that, but we did. And that is a much deeper run below the lows. If we don't make a low soon, this shit will be in trouble. if this is not the low, we might be in trouble with VST. We might be in trouble. But it's green. Google is also green. Actually, let's just do that instead. While SPY is lower, triple Q is flat, slightly green. So, yeah. But no, I wouldn't be salty. Anytime the market goes lower, in the stock market at least, that's typically a signature of discount. So we'll see. Oh, it's because they bought more at the high. Yeah, well, you're fucking up. that's the easiest thing you buying at highs. You're a goober for that. And you all know that. I mean, you're violating law number 1 by buying at the highs. So that's we don't try to do that here. We don't try to do that. Can't help people who don't want to help themselves. I've tried. Yeah, Jordan. Well, try becoming a fucking mentor. Then you really see who can't be helped, I mean, I've said this time and time again, my friends and family don't even want to learn how to trade. So I'm just like, okay, well, that's fine. But don't ever say I didn't try to help you. Don't ever say that I didn't, give you the juice. Don't ever say that I gatekeep, because I don't. So, yeah. But yeah, I stopped carrying. Because that shit is outside of my control. You tell people, don't get into debt. Live below your means. Don't be a fucking retard. But what do people do? Opposite. They do retarded shit. They get into debt. They live above their means. And then they wonder why they can't have the things that they want. The math is not that hard. It's really not. Not that I wanted to get into financial literacy today, but it's just not that hard. Delay gratification. Stop trying to live like right now. Set yourself up for later. And you will reap the rewards. I think I said that in the laws video. If I'm not mistaken, I did say, I think at least once, that the laws go beyond trading. It's not just, I think I said that. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure I said that. I was like, some of these laws go way beyond trading, They follow the crowd. Yeah, we made a law about that too. The law of the masses. The law of the masses. Observe the masses and do the opposite. Well, it ain't that hard, is it? Just invert everybody. I know that sounds horrible. Invert your friends, invert your family. Man, John, that's fucked up. I don't make the rules. I just play by them. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, again, we're in between two highs and lows, but since the lows is a run on a daily level of liquidity, and our equities open, I don't even know what I call it anymore. It's like the what we call it, chat? The opening range, the first 30 minutes. The highest high and the lowest low in the first 30 minutes. What did we call that? I don't remember. I don't remember, chat. Opening range, I think. Anyway, the highest high is here. Names don't matter, context does. The highest high is there, 58.24. So there's definitely a pool there and a pool above that. So what I was trying to see on this 5-minute time frame, man, if this was a lower low, this would be so much nastier. This would be so much cleaner for a buy model, but we don't have that. So what I'm trying to see is, although again we have low resistance lows here, what I was looking at earlier was the bodies. So we do have a slightly lower low with the bodies, and that's why I was trying to see here, right, that it did function like a mitigate. It's not a mitigation to me, but it does function like one. So we have that here. And then this was obviously hindsight. All of this was where I'm saying, okay, that down candle is being respected. Now I'm watching this imbalance here on a 5-minute time. I'm watching this. I want to see what we're going to do with this. Do we trade higher off of that? And then the reason I went down to the 1 minute is the same thing. The same reason from Friday. What I was looking at was trying to see what was over here to see if something would become an inversion, which is that, right? Imbalance. We tapped into it, traded through it. Now I want to see, okay, if we're bullish, if this is an inversion, if this 5-minute imbalance will hold, then we should trade higher from here. So in a normal, I guess in a normal environment, this to me would be a long. But given the conditions, I guess, I don't know, something just doesn't seem right to me. Something about this doesn't seem right. So they say anything once you bought the vet? No, nothing negative. Nobody really had anything negative to say about the Corvette. But shit, if anything, my Uber, every time like the Uber driver pulls up and they see it, they're like, oh shit, that's a nice car. I'm like, thanks, bro. I was like, that's why I didn't drive it, because it was raining like a bitch earlier. So I was like, yeah, that's why I didn't drive it. That's why I Ubered instead. I was like, now I gotta wash it because there's fucking water stains everywhere from the rain. So I gotta give her a bath later. But no, nobody really said anything negative. I think a lot of people were shocked. They weren't expecting that, because I'm not a car guy. Never have been. But it's a success thing for me, you know. It's a, you know, it's a, hey, you thought I would not make it because I had to go to high school for a 5th year for 6 weeks, you know, type shit. You know, C's, not even C's, like D's and F kind of student, you know. So when the D student can get a fucking 6-figure car at 31, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like nobody expected it. The teachers, at least, and probably some of my older friends, and maybe some people in the military too. So it's just like, nah, fuck you guys. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm not here to spill the beans on my life story, but the idea this morning, it was actually a few minutes prior, just like yesterday, right? If we go out and we view the higher time frames, I mean, we talked about this yesterday, where we need to define our range and we need to look for concepts in a premium, concepts in a discount. Now, today's a little bit different because let's say, for example, we were to do the same analysis as yesterday. So this is the 4th. So yesterday being March 3rd, may the 4th be with you type shit. You know what I mean? But if we were to do the same analysis like yesterday, going to the higher time frames, looking at the current range, then our current range would be that low up to this high. Now, the fact of the matter is we went to 50%, we went near the low and then closed off of it. So we're in a discount, right? We're in a steep discount. But although that what I taught in 48 laws and all the time when we buy low, sell high, is that we usually want to look for longs in a discount. And traditionally that's true. However, if you scroll back to a long time ago, remember, I do not like to long when there is what? Either equal lows or low resistant lows. So what we have here is now we have a different range. If we expect the market to trade to these lows, this is no longer the range that we want to work with. Okay. Now in the short term, sure, that's our range. But now that we have these lows, if we expect price to go down there, our range then becomes probably something like this. We have to zoom out a little bit. And the range goes, what's the next available low? Not till down here. What's the current high? This one, not up here. It's this one. So 25% is up there. 50% is right here. And now we're in a higher time frame discount, technically. So having that, right, since we took those lows here, and probably ran into some other shit too. I'm guessing. We have the open of September 19th. And the close of Wednesday the 18th. There's a gap right there. Look at that shit. Now that's not something that I called out or anything. I didn't. It's just, look, we're doing analysis, right? And that is there. So how far can price go below a low? An imbalance or a gap, which we do have. You see that? Right? Where does price happen to stop and turn around? Right inside this range. I'm going to pin that, Jordan. About a year ago, you told us to always look at the daily range or weekly range on the weekend. It fucking disappeared on me. So we can have a defined range that saved me so much from L's. Right. Sometimes it's not about winning more. Sometimes it's about losing less. Okay. How's that for philosophy? Not bad, right? All right. Cut your concepts in half like a pizza or a burger. Wink. They didn't cut mine in half, but you know, sometimes I'm funny, okay? There is your premium and discount of that gap below the old low. See that? Old low and the gap that is below it. Oh my God, you're going to shit yourself. All right. If my math is correct, do you remember? Thank you, Mia. Do you remember measured moves for ES? Do you remember what they were? What are the measured moves for ES in the way that I told you years ago? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and as much as 30. Now, it's not usually going to be 30. 30's a lot. That's a lot. But remember, it's increments of 5. That was what I told you. Increments of 5. $776 minus 30 is what? Boom. Look at that. 746 measured move. I keep telling you guys, man, this is some cool shit. I keep trying to tell you. It's cool shit, but nobody wants to listen. Most of you guys do, but 5, 10, 15, 20, and as much as 25 and 30. Now, beyond 30, I mean, I'd probably go 50, but that's very, very rare. It's not really enough to teach about, to be honest. But nonetheless, 30 points below an old low, discount end of the gap. You see that? That's not bad. That's where we bottomed out today. So, if I think this one's the lower one, if this is going to be our low of the day, I feel like then we again should trade higher from here. The fact that we're not doing that is concerning for longs. That is concerning. And I want to say that 5-minute imbalance is not holding up very well. So that would be troublesome. That would be troublesome. And yeah, there is a method to the madness. Below that half level 2 we accumulated. Well, again, that's why I said earlier, I would have really, really liked if we didn't leave lows like that. I would have much rather wanted a wick like that, you know, or even leaving a portion of that old gap open, like something like that. I would absolutely be bullish if that was the case, but that's not. So now we're in between two. We're in between these highs up here and the lows here. And this is where, again, my accuracy goes lower. My accuracy goes lower when we're near 50% and have two. Let's move that over. When we have, if we can justify both sides of the market, okay, that's usually not good. It's usually not high probability. Leon, I said there was a chance that I wouldn't be, but I'm gonna try. So the eye exam didn't take as long as I thought. I was like apparently the first one. I walked in there, it was like nobody there. So I got to get seen pretty quickly. And then I was like, yeah, where's the what's good to eat around here, because I'm not familiar with this area. And they showed me that burger spot. I was like, okay, I'll do it. Place called Joy Love Burgers. And now I'm probably not going to eat for the next 3 days. Was good, Rich? I got to get seen pretty quickly. Pun. Oh, no, pun not intended. Pun not. I'm just naturally gifted, my friend. I'm just kidding. I don't know. The other indices look completely trash. These look horrible. I mean, I like how we consolidated a lot, though. And I only say that because y'all know we look at consolidations as targets. So the fact that we have consolidation, some very clean highs, that's going to come, that's going to be important later on. Maybe not today, but that's going to become important at some point, which is good. So daily discount, the lows are different. We might have set the low of the day for index futures today. We have a higher low here on Nasdaq. The bodies are higher too. And this is looking like a reaccumulation to go above these highs. Indices are shit today. Nasdaq is the less shitty. How's that for analysis, chat? How's that? Right, huge consolidation up here. Consecutive lower highs. Divergence with the bodies. Mia's out here ping pong in the markets, buying and selling. I usually try not to do that. I mean, I probably could if I really wanted to, but I just would rather not. I would just rather not. So again, just like we did, what, Friday of last week, we noted the accumulation, and then we note, you know, upside liquidity, and then try and see what the fuck is going on. So accumulation. There's probably some inversion business in here on a 5-minute time frame. Right? What was once bullish can become bearish, and what was once bearish can become bullish. The law of the return, right? What you sow, you shall reap. We're seeing qualities of that. And we did trade to the low end of this, off of it, back into it. And yeah, I think it looks okay. We are also back into this gap from the morning, right? Gapped lower into it a little bit to continue lower. And then again, like I said, accumulation in the bodies, old bearish concepts becoming bullish. So we're at the low end, sort of. Yeah, we're at the discount end of this gap. So we might trade higher. I could see that. What is that? 604? Is that box? Oh, that's from this level. I was trying to figure out what the fuck is that. 20,592. You could just round up to 600. 20,600, I guess. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. YM was lower. You know, it's interesting to see that the dollar is lower and the indices are lower as well. And metals haven't done a whole lot. That's interesting. I don't. Let's go over to the dollar. I don't think we talked about the dollar recently. Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't. Did I talk about the dollar yesterday? When we were talking to Willow's parents yesterday, did we talk about the dollar index or no? Or did I mark this up on my own? We didn't. Okay, I must have marked it up on my own then. So the dollar index, obviously you can tell we had this old gap that we traded into Friday of last week. That completely, sent us lower. On top of that, on like a 1 hour time frame, we had some clean lows down here. And so yesterday and today, that's kind of like what I was expecting for the dollar. And so that's why I said that. I'm a little bit surprised, not a lot, but I'm a little bit surprised that we have a bearish dollar. And yet the indices are also lower. Usually, not all the time, but usually there's an inverse effect. If the indices are set to go higher and the dollar is set to go lower, that's usually a good signature. They're, somewhat inversely correlated. And when they trade in the same direction, that's usually not great. So, yeah. It's hard to tell if the dollar's going to reverse or keep going lower. I'm not trying to pick a reversal for the dollar index. So, we shall see what happens. Now, Jordan, as far as like tariffs and stuff goes, to me, all that stuff is just an excuse. All that stuff is just an excuse. Because whether there was tariffs or not, okay, whether we have one president or another, it doesn't matter. Because either way, those lows are still there. The lows are still there despite whoever is in office. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep getting equal highs and equal lows and all that shit, whether there's a Republican or Democrat in office, whether it's a woman or a man, whether whoever, doesn't matter. The markets don't change. People keep saying that on Twitter. Market conditions are changing. No, they're not. No, they're not. Conditions aren't changing. The markets are still driven by algorithms and liquidity. They're still going to print market maker models. They're still going to, function as a mitigation. They're still going to run opposing liquidity. Market conditions do not change. I get people have to make content. People want to sound smart and all that bullshit. Market conditions don't change. The ranges might change. Sure. We might get higher ranges, low, smaller ranges. Cool. I get that. But the markets are either consolidating or they're expanding. They're either running liquidity or trading into an imbalance or on the way to one of the two. That's it. So this whole idea, you have to adapt to the market. No, you're fucking stupid. Okay? Dumbest shit I ever heard. Doesn't make sense. It's kind of like saying the roads outside are going to change. How the fuck are they going to change? They're already set in stone. They're already put in the fucking ground. What's going to change? They're not. Price action is the same thing. It's the same way. Okay? Still going to reach imbalances below lows. Still going to reach for original consolidation. Still going to do relative strength analysis. ES still going to have measured moves. Okay. So anyway, Jordan, back to what I was trying to say. I say all that to say, as human beings, we look for patterns and we look for reasons. That's the number one question. Why? You're one, or I don't know when kids start to talk, like 2 years old, 1 years old, 2 years old, or whatever. So at 3 years old, 4 years old, that's what children do. They start asking why. Why do I have to eat my vegetables? Why can't I have dessert first? Why can't I stay up past my fucking bedtime? Why do I have to take a shower? You know what I mean? And that's what kids do. They're inquisitive. They want to learn some shit. And as people, we often don't lose that. We usually don't lose our curiosity. That's why so many people are into drama. Oh, so-and-so cheated? So-and-so's doing this? So-and-so bought a Corvette? You know, like we're curious human beings. We're always in other people's fucking business, right? That's why we tell others, like, stay out, right? We like justifications. Why did so-and-so quit their job? Why did so-and-so XYZ? Why this? Why that? And we like justification. And it don't even matter if it's true. That's the problem. Well, the market's trading higher because of tariffs. The market's trading lower because of the market's trading fucking lower because there's fucking lows down here. Okay? The market has been bearish. What is it going to reach for? Lows and a big fucking pool of liquidity. And it's right there. Here. We traded into that today. How hard is that? And like Natasha said, I gave you that level a long time ago, back in November. Now, mind you, it took 3, 4, 5, however long it's been, 6 months, 5, 6 months. It took us that long to get there, but we still got there. Right. Tariffs or no tariffs. All that shit is justification. Oh man, Jerome Powell, he did this, he did that. You knew volatility was coming. You knew volatility was coming because he's the excuse. He's the talking head. He's the face. He's not the one that presses the button to make the market go up or down. He's not the one doing that. He's the smoke screen. The same way that the news and all that tariffs, this and all that shit. That's all an excuse. That's the way I view it. Baby Pips is a 1.5 and can say about 10 to 15 words. Nice. Bullish, bearish. That's what you should teach Baby Pips. That would be funny. That would definitely be funny. I would probably enjoy seeing something like that. And none of them have made higher highs yet. So we'll probably watch this pan out for a little bit. We have a macro coming up in like 5 minutes. It's a opening of a new 15-minute candle here as well. So we'll see. We'll work on it. Nice. Yeah. All right. So while we give it a few minutes, let me give you an update. Dude, Twitter is like still going, which is funny because as much shit as I talk about Twitter, it's just the Twitter gurus, that's all. But anyway, as of today, so it's only been 2 days, but as of today, 66,000 impressions, 1.2K bookmarks, 664 likes, 141 reshares. That's not fucking bad. And that's all organic. That's no ads. I didn't pay anybody to do anything. Matter of fact, I didn't even ask Casper to reshare. I didn't tell him I was doing it. I didn't ask him to do anything. He just did it all on his own. And I was like, yo, you're fucking real for that. Because he has like 95,000 followers on Twitter. So I was like, you're a real one for that. So that definitely helped boost the Twitter side of things. So yeah, that video now has over 5,000 views on YouTube, which is probably one of my top 10 most viewed videos. Because back in the day, before Smart Money hit YouTube, I had some content that was like sort of Smart Money related, and a few of those videos popped off. But I took most of that old shit down. Most of the classic shit. you know, burping, cussing in the microphone, didn't do any editing and stuff. It was bad. I promise you guys don't want to see that shit. Because some of y'all want it. You're like, oh yeah, post that old shit. I promise you do not want the old shit. It's not what you think it is. But yeah, 5,100 views, 332 likes, 3 dislikes. So that's not fucking bad. 99.1% like to dislike ratio. Pretty cool. So thank you guys for that. Appreciate all the views. Appreciate the watch time and all that stuff. It helps out. That's why YouTube's pushing the like the YouTube algorithm's pushing the video. Yeah. If I ever make a course, which is probably going to be free anyway, but if I ever made a course on how to be a YouTuber, like this video would definitely like I'd be open to sharing the analytics and stuff. Like for example, %71% of the views came from the YouTube home tab. Like when you first get on YouTube and it shows you like a bunch of shit, 71% of the views of that video came from people's home page, which means they see the thumbnail and they click on it. Or they see my fucking bald ass head and go, yeah, who's this guy? And then watch the video, I guess. But yeah, 71% of the viewers are from the homepage of YouTube. So that's definitely pretty cool. It's definitely pretty cool, chat. Shit. Who sorry. Who was it yesterday in the chat that was talking about like clips and stuff like that? I made quite a few clips already that I posted one this morning, and I'll be posting more every day for the next, I don't know how long, but if you guys don't see them, it's because I'm posting them and not, how do I put this? If you subscribe to me, right? There's almost 9,000 subs, which is actually surpassed my Instagram, by the way. When you subscribe to me and you hit the bell notification, you'll get notified when I post videos, right? And when I post a video, I have the option to skip that. Like I have the option to say, no, post it, but don't tell the subscribers. So you guys don't get notified if I post a video. I can do that on purpose. I do that on the shorts. And I might start doing that a lot moving forward, because what it does, this is the issue, okay? And I learned this in a YouTube short from this really guy's a lot of followers, and he's like really smart. And he said that you shouldn't do that, because what happens is if you post a video as a creator, okay? I know a lot of you have YouTube channels. If you post a YouTube video and everybody gets notified, right? If they don't watch it, or if they're not interested in it, the YouTube algorithm says, okay, we're not going to push this because your own followers, your own subscribers aren't even watching it. So we're not going to push it to other people. So by posting a video, like a short or something like that, and by skipping notifying all the subscribers, it pushes it to like non-subscribers. You know what I mean? Like you get more views from people who are not subscribed to you. So by getting in front of not just you guys, but getting in front of other people, that gives me a better chance to get more subscribers and more views from them, so they can subscribe to help grow the channel. Does that make sense? Yeah, running a fucking channel and marketing and business and all this shit, it's really annoying, right? But again, you got to play by the rules. And social media it's either pay to play, or you have to be controversial in order to spark engagement and all that shit. And I don't like doing that, because I don't think it's moral. I think it's immoral, to be honest. you know, calling people out, talking all this shit. That's what all the guys on Twitter do. I'm a better trader than you are. No, you suck. Let's do a competition. Oh, but I can't because of X, Y, and Z. It's like, okay. Y'all are all fucking stupid. All of you. Michael, ICT, all the other ICT wannabes. That's all they do. Talk shit to each other, but they never actually compete against one another. It's like, dude, fuck all the way off, man. You don't provide value, you know? That's what I don't like. That's why I don't like Twitter. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to provide value, skip all this other bullshit, leave me out of it. You know, we'll come over here, watch live price, you know, and go from that. I don't like doing that other stuff. And that's why I don't do it. So does it drop some ones in the chat that makes sense? I have so many videos of my son on my desk watching John. Nice. You should post that. NCT's voice makes me want to drive 9-inch nails in my ears. I don't have anything against Michael's voice. I just don't like the way he built his brand. That's all. The whole like Deadpool fucking, I don't know. It's just not something that I couldn't respect. And a lot of the ICT, you know, juniors out there, wannabe juniors at least, they don't even know the full story between what happened with me and Michael. So, they don't know the half of it. But that's all right. That is all right, chat. All right, so it looks like we're getting ready to make a new high here pretty soon for both. I guess that imbalance was it. We just traded to the low end of that, which I didn't like that at all. I did not care for that. I guess we had that 15-minute inversion as well that we had revisited. I don't know. That's just not as clean to me, in my opinion, but we'll keep watching it. Mr. I'll beat Larry Williams record in the Robinson. Bro, he said that like 4 or 5 times already. And then never did it. You guys want to know the real story? Y'all want to know the real fucking story between me and ICT? You do know if you scroll back on the community tab, you'll find it. You'll find, we had a conversation. We wrote paragraphs to one another. He wrote a paragraph. I wrote a paragraph. We went back and forth for a few hours. I remember. That was in 2021 after I released my book. After it went #1 on Amazon. You'll hear it in his videos. If you watch ICT content, you'll hear him talk about, this is going to be on Amazon in the next couple weeks. He's taking shots at me. He's done that in a lot of his videos. He did that in his mentorship too. He literally called me out in his private paid mentorship more than once, like twice. So here's what happened, chat. You guys ready? I don't think I ever told this story to you guys publicly. Story time while we're in this macro. Let's see if we can get the run above the 24 level. That's the high of the opening range from this morning. We'll see if we can get that first. And then we'll see if we can get into the 36 or the 40s. We'll see if we can do that here in the middle of this 1 p.m. macro. Okay. All right, you guys ready? All right. So what happened between me and ICT? So a long time ago, I found, okay, you ready for this? I found ICT. Well, somebody told me about him, okay? I believe it was either early 2015, late 2015, early 2016, okay? There's your morning range high, boom. That's a good partial right here. Anyone who's long, that's a good partial right there, okay? So I found Michael ICT in 2015 or 2016. And at the time, obviously, I was still in the Navy. I was still learning how to trade. And I remember him having videos that were 2 hours, 3 hours long, you know, and he was teaching just the basic stuff like order blocks, fair value gaps. I don't remember what else, but he would make 2 hour, 3 hour videos and only have like 15 minutes of juice. And he does it on purpose, and he admits that too. I never liked that. I hated that. So eventually came the point where people were wanting me to teach them how to trade. And I was saying, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I launched the YouTube channel, I think in 2015. I think I'd have to double check that. But I launched the YouTube channel and I was making YouTube videos. And funny enough, I was crediting ICT. I was teaching like order blocks. I was teaching, you know, I don't remember anything else after that, to be honest with you. And so I started to see that he had paid mentorship, right? He had paid mentorships every year or every 6 months or whatever. Now, again, mind you, I was still in the Navy, so I wasn't really like super deep into trading. I was still learning. So I was focused on my, you know, my actual job, you know, and on the side, I was learning how to trade in between playing video games. So I wasn't really interested like in a paid mentorship and stuff like that. So eventually, I think it was 2019, tail end of 2018, early 2019. I was like, you know what? I'll join his mentorship. So I did. I joined his mentorship. So what happens? I make a few more YouTube videos, right? And some of the other students found that I had a YouTube channel and sent, you know, Michael an email saying, hey, like this guy is teaching on YouTube, like he's doing stuff. He's teaching your content, which I wasn't, because I asked him to prove it. I was like, which video is it? He never knew. I was like, yeah, because you haven't seen it, because you don't know, you know, because back then a lot of people were ripping him off, and I get it. Okay. People were screen recording his shit and selling it. And it was like, you know, it was the whole thing was like fucked. And I understand from a business standpoint, I get it. People were ripping your shit. It's a new high on NQ as well. And Dow. All right. So they're pretty much all in sync here. Okay. So he calls me out in his mentor, like in the paid mentorship videos, because he was doing, I think, reviews, like weekend reviews or Wednesday reviews or some shit like that. And he called me out more than once. So I think in month 4, right? Like month 4 of his mentorship, he called me out. I emailed him, and I have all the emails still. I emailed him and I said, hey bro, yeah, I'm teaching on YouTube, but I'm not teaching your shit. And even if I did, you know, I credit you as well. Because he's commented on some videos before. You know, he's left like his smiley face or good job or whatever the fuck. You know, he's done that to me before. And so he calls me on his mentorship. I emailed him. I said, hey, look, bro, I'm not teaching your shit. Let me know which video it is. Matter of fact, I even sent him my phone number. I said, here's my phone number. If you want to hop on a phone call, we could talk about it. But like, you know, I'm not doing what you think I'm doing. And I said, to even prove it further, I have your month 5 and month 6 content because it's been sent to me on a Google Drive. But here I am still paying you for the content, you know, because I respect you as a mentor. That's literally, may not be literally, this was fucking 6 years ago. But literally I was like, no, I respect you. Like, I want to be here. I even have the content, but I'm still, you know, paying for it. Just to make it, you know, clear. So I don't know what he said to that. I think he might not have even responded, but we were like having a dialogue. This was like the 4th or 5th message back and forth. And so I thought about it and I said, look, he says this shit all the time. If you don't want to be here, leave. You know, you don't have to keep paying. I'm not everybody's mentor, yada, 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 yada. So I said, you know what? Okay. I tried to be respectful. You know, I tried to do things the right way, but he's an asshole. You know what I mean? I was like, other people, you're making millions of dollars from your mentorship, right? People are paying to listen to you, but you want to sit here and bullshit. You want to sit here and call people out, even if they're not doing the things that you think that they're doing. So I said, you know what? You're right. Or no, I was like, you know what? He's right. He's not everyone's mentor. He ain't going to be my fucking mentor anymore. So I'm done. Boom, equal highs, bitch. How about that? How about that? Where's your Twitter guru, huh? Where's your Twitter fucking guru, huh? Come on, baby. The markets trade from imbalance to liquidity. Imbalance to liquidity. Come on, dog. Even though I said it didn't look good, I didn't think it did. But we outlined higher pricing, didn't we? Yeah. Again, that's what gives me authority. 48 laws of trading. Live streaming all the time. That's what gives me authority. Okay? Now, anyway, back to the story. Back to the story. I said, you know what? Fine. He's not going to be my mentor anymore. So I'm done. So I canceled my... Well, you don't really cancel your subscription, but instead of paying for the following months, I just didn't pay anymore. So, you know, I basically quit his mentorship. I said, I'm denouncing him as my mentor. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. So that was it. That was it. A couple years go by, obviously, and I wrote and published Advanced Technical Analysis. Put that bitch on Amazon, right? Now, mind you, I've said this from the jump. I shit you not. I made the cover, and I made it kind of a shitty cover, like a brownish, dark. Just, it didn't look good. It's just a picture of New York, right? Shitty ass New York. All right. It is what it is. And I didn't do any promotion. I did no promotion. I had a shitty cover. I didn't run ads. I didn't even say that I was launching a book. I just put it on Amazon and let it go. Okay? Literally. So what happens, a couple days go by, you know, people are buying it, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I wake up one day and my Twitter has blown the fuck up. It has blown my phone. I like woke up in the afternoon or some shit. My phone was blowing up. My Twitter was blowing up. And I said, yo, what the fuck is going on? And it turns out that's when ICT had posted on Twitter, like my book and a couple screenshots from the book, talking mad shit. So, of course, him and his, big ass following, mind you, this was like, again, in 2021. I think he was still on Twitter at the time. He had over 300,000 or 400,000 followers. Bro, people went off. They were saying people from New York were like giving me death threats and stuff. Bunch of posers out there. That's not a surprise. It's New York. You're fucking full of posers. It's like 80% just talk and no walk. It's cool. I get it. So the death threats from his followers, all that type of stuff. His community was so toxic, right? Still is. Not as bad, but still pretty fucking bad. Because of all that stuff, that's why when people ask me, like, hey, did you learn from ICT? I'll tell you, like, yeah, I learned quite a lot. I didn't learn everything, but I learned quite a lot from Michael over the years, sure. But I just don't respect the guy as much as, the majority of his following. Does that make sense? So yeah, there's obviously, like, Perfect example. Market maker buy model. That's not mine. That ain't mine. And I've always been open about that. You know, original consolidation, manipulation. You could even argue that this was manipulation here with the lower low on the bodies too, right? Because again, Nasdaq was higher. We talked about that. And we also talked about 592, which we are not there yet, but we might get to it. We talked about this being a reaccumulation, didn't we? Yeah, you're fucking welcome. This is why Trade House invited me into Trade House, because I can do shit like this, even though I didn't trade it, but I did tell you where I think it was going before it got there. And if you can do that over and over again, I'm literally telling you a story and reading price action at the same fucking time. Come on. Most MLMers are not doing that. Most of them can't fucking do two things at once. I'm John Phibb. Nice to meet you. All right. That's why I have a little bit of toxicness in me too. The little ego stuff, right? Because I grew up as a trader in that toxic environment. You know, a lot of us did that shit. You know, we get better entries and we get fucking, you know, we can grow an account exponentially and shit. When you get good at something, you do get an ego. And I do try hard to tame it, but trust me, you step in front of a live audience, you tell them, hey, I think it's going to 592 while it's still at 360, 400. You call a 200-point move in front of everybody over and over again. You don't, and you tell me, no, that doesn't feel good. The fuck it don't, unless you're Dexter or a psychopath. It feels great. It feels awesome. Feels even better, obviously, to make money, but you know, I'm showing you guys the skill set. I'm giving you the fucking skill set for free. I live stream for free. Right? Hurry up and hit 592 so we can get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? But that's the short story. So that's why a lot of people on Twitter don't like me, because they think like, oh, you know, he took ICT's content, put it into a book. No, the fuck I didn't. No, the fuck I didn't. Do you see market maker models in my book? No. Do you see Asian range in my book? No, you don't. Do you see, I'm trying to think of some other shit. Do you see Artemis in my book? No. Do you see Reapers in my book? No, you don't. Do you see, there was a couple other things. CBDR. Do you see central bank dealers range in my book? Fuck no, you don't. There was a couple other things that I know were uniquely his that I don't even use them. That's why, you know, it's part of the reason why I didn't write about them, because I don't use them. Certain other things that I know didn't come from anyone else and only from him, I didn't write about in my book. So because he said that, everybody believed it. So I'm labeled as like the guy who tried to, I guess, like copy and paste Michael's shit into my book, I guess. And so because he said it, everybody believed it. Right, Naruto. That's in there too. That's one of the very first couple of pages. I gave him a whole list of people. Larry Williams, George Angel, Paula Webb, Mark Douglas. I think Jack Schwager is in there. Jesse Livermore, I think, is in there. I gave a list, bro. There's references and stuff in there. So that's why I said, what the fuck are you guys talking about? But that's the story. You know what I mean? That's the story between me and ICT. It just didn't go well. You know, I told him I was like, go fucking read a John Maxwell book, bro. Like, your leadership is shit. I might not be able to find it because this was so long ago, but I promise if you go to my community tab And if you scroll down far enough into the abyss, you'll find it. You won't find our conversation. You just find the things that I said. I think it's posts. Yeah, it's under, I guess it's not community tab, it's posts now. I guess that's changed. But yeah, you would have to literally sit here and scroll all the way back. Now, since we've been on YouTube again for a couple years, there's going to be a whole lot to scroll through. A whole bunch of welcome to the community posts as well. Let me see. Give me a second. But anyway, I'll look for it. But that same day, I remember I was like calling my friends and stuff because that shit was all over Twitter, all over YouTube. They were all in my comments and shit. And that's exactly why comments disappear too, because I have to manually approve it. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Does it only go back so far? Oh, never mind. It's loading for me now. I thought it was cut off. But yeah, I was telling my friends, I was like, yo, there are so many people talking shit right now. I was like, they're sending me death threats. They're doing all kinds of shit. And then what I should have done was screenshot all that shit, but I deleted the comments. But yeah, I remember that. But anyway, that's the story. That's the story. Well, hold on, I'm still looking. If it only goes back to a certain point, that is stupid. Because why wouldn't you be able to go further into history? If anything, it'll be in my mentions. I don't want to look for it right now. I want to probably end the stream here in a minute. Okay, let me do this. One second. Yeah, this what it says 3 years ago, but I'm pretty sure it was more than that. Let me see if it'll load. But anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about our buy model today? Our second stage, second leg. Well, there's one of them. I'll be doing my first rip-off artist book review on this channel with fair use protection and detailed expose on my Telegram. Sorry, John, you asked for this. I totally forgot about that. I don't even know what he did in my Telegram, or in his Telegram, to be honest, because I wasn't in it. I was never in it. But you know what I do know? That book got me a lot of sales by him doing that. By him, like, talking like that and spreading that book to his... Bro. I made over 5 figures from, like, that shit. Literally. I made a shit ton of money from that. So that's when he stopped replying. When I was like, appreciate the free promotion. And then he never responded after that. I was like, yeah, dumbass. I remember that. It was too funny. Too funny. We'll give it just another minute or two. But yeah, it's definitely over there, bro. It's definitely over there. Oh yeah, that other stuff, consequent encroachment stuff, like, I don't label it like that. I just cut every concept in half. What do you expect? But yeah, that's the story. And that's it. I don't think we ever spoke again. He still takes shots at me sometimes because once I did that, other people started making books too. Lumi Trades, I think. Some other people. One dude made a book, and then one of his chapters was "Your stop loss is my entry," and I was like, "Thanks, bro. You know, thanks for the tipping of the hat. Like, thanks for quoting me, bro." He was just like, "Oh, my bad, I forgot." I was like, "It's all good. I don't really care as much as ICT does, but that's, you know, the story of what happened, word for word." What do you guys think? You guys think I'm a good storyteller, or was that very anticlimactic? Are you guys shocked at all? Are you guys shocked? Dude went in the corner of the market. Very good story. I mean, when I talk about how people, I say this all the time, when people taught me this, but when I say that they didn't teach it to me the way that I'm teaching it to you, he's one of the people I'm talking about. He gave us market maker models, but he did not give us the details in the way that I teach it to you, right? And that's one of the reasons too that a lot of people enjoyed or still enjoy watching my content, because they know I just get right to it. I try not to bullshit around. On the live streams, that's different. You know what I mean? Like, this is a freestyle. We're watching live price. You know, I don't have lesson plans and stuff in front of me. We're just, you know, here to have fun and learn. We can bullshit on a live stream. But when it comes to the market reviews, and when it comes to like the 48 laws of trading and other videos like that, and even some of the paid like membership videos, I try not to bullshit, or I keep it very, very much to a minimum, because you're paying for the content. And if you're going to pay for content, it's just like ads, right? When you go to watch a movie, you're paying to see the movie. You're not going to see ads in the middle of the fucking movie, right? That's what I want to be like here in my content. If you're a paid member, you shouldn't get ads and you shouldn't get a lot of fluff. And that's my opinion. That's the way I want to run this business. Right? When what was I going to say? I had a follow-up point to that. Anyway, we'll give it another minute or two just to see if we can get this run to 592, and then we can hop off. Let's see if we can be 2 for 2 on the day. Let's see if your boy can be 2 for 2. Maybe. Maybe. I might be wrong. They could just reverse here and make me look bad. Fragile egos are fragile. Getting emotional, getting fans to behave emotionally and threaten you or try to scare you is one of the games. Yeah. And after that, I was showing my friends, I was like, this is exactly why I quit his mentorship. This is exactly why I don't credit him for certain things. Now I will, but I try not to talk about ICT a lot. I try not to bring him up. You know what I mean? But when I tell you, like, I didn't create market maker models, that's the truth. I didn't create that. But, you know, I could have easily taken it, made it my own, and then told you, like, oh, this is what I came up with. Why would I do that? You know what I mean? Dude, I'm fucking 31 years old. Like, I'm not trying to do all this crazy shit. Okay. I'm not trying to do all that. I'm trying to teach this stuff to you in the most simplest way possible. There's your fucking run to 592, ladies and gentlemen. Do you like that? Drop some 2s in the chat if you like that. Targets being met. Targets being met. Accumulation, inversion, second leg to go higher. Boom. How hard is that? How hard is that? 2 for 2 on the day, baby. 2 for 2. You don't fucking miss. All right, y'all be good, man. Be blessed. I will see you again. Forgot the things over here. Oh, market review later tonight. Oh, you bet your ass I'm going to be talking about this. I'll see you again tomorrow on Wednesday for the for the next live session of the week. All right. Be good and don't do anything stupid.
You came in on a whisper, drip by drip, and leaped until my heart was filled with this. The middle of your ocean, here I sit, in my emptiness, in my own wickedness, and it's all kind of it. You are my all, I am your surrogate. You only kill for the thrill of it. Mayday, we've been sinking in slowly, turning into something unholy, running away from the same sins. This is a place heaven's not been. I shut my head, going in boldly. You and I can never be holy. Don't be surprised what the night brings. When you search the dark, you get dark things. I've worshipped at your altar faithfully. I've summoned every demon inside me, and now they won't go back from whence they came. And I am idiot. I'm still not sick of this, and just like sycophants, we hate the way the numb feels into me. sins. This is a place heaven's not been. I shut my end, going in early. You and I can never be holy. Don't be surprised what the night brings. When you search the dark, you get dark things. All the monsters in your dreams. Look at all the broken things. Let me show you everything. Tie you up by your heartstrings. Let me take you till I break you. And bring you to your knees. Taking it slowly, turning into something unholy. Running away from the same sins. This is a place heaven's not been. I shut my end, going in boldly. You and I can never be holy. Don't be surprised what the night